Ontario and New York's new music station against FM. Pharrell Williams and Happy 710. Some sunshine now. Cold, though. We're at 20 or minus 7. Got Val and Kara in this morning from Renewal House, April Sexual Assault Awareness Month. What kind of examples have you seen here locally of date rape? What kind of situations have we come across in our area?
We've seen a lot of different kinds. You know, sometimes drugs are involved, sometimes they're not. Maybe somebody consented to part, but not all, because, again, we reinforce that consent has to be given all the way through, from start to finish. So if someone changes their mind partway through, you know, that needs to be respected. We've seen people who are very young with older people. We've seen people who thought that they were in a healthy relationship that it ended up not being that way, being pressured into having sex when they weren't ready. So a lot of different kinds, for sure.
Do you find that around here date rape is usually with the younger end, or is it people of all ages?
People of all ages. We are a big college town too, so
Right.
you know we have all those. So there's a lot of that as well, but definitely all ages. I think we actually have some numbers of adult females we had just last year for sexual assault. 121, adult males 20, and then youth and children under the age of 18, 77. So quite a few.
If you think you've been a victim of date rape, how long do you have, and what are your options?
You can report whenever to the police. If you wanted to get the FRE, the forensic rape exam, like we talked about before, we try to do that within 96 hours. But you can always still get an exam, but that's just the best as far as collecting evidence to try if you wanted to press charges against that person. So there's a lot of other options too. You could report. You could just come in our office for counseling. You could go to the hospital for those prophylaxis and things like that we talked about. And also just to get the FRE exam. And we talked about options as far as not accepting every single part of that, being able to deny parts. And as well as people think insurance is a barrier. Going to the hospital, I don't want that on my parents' insurance if I'm maybe still on their plan, but we have options for that too, so they don't have to feel like that's a barrier.
If you're a minor, can you keep this anonymous so your parents don't know?
Most of the time, I think there is a law that you can. I think there's a mature minor when it comes to sexual assault, but I don't know the exact age limits of that. But we try to do whatever is best for the victim. If they really feel like that is what they want to do, we will absolutely try if we can.
In this situation, is it best to call the police first, Renewal House first, or does it really matter? Either way.
It doesn't matter. It's either way, whatever they feel comfortable with at the time.
Okay.
Okay.
And to get in touch, we can call anytime, 24/7.
Absolutely. We have on-call staff 24 hours a day, even when our office closes at 5. And the phone number is 379-9845.
Okay, talking about your kids, how to protect them, and what you can do. Coming up in a few minutes, 7:12, Florida Georgia Line, Nelly. This is Cruise, Yes FM.
Baby, you a song.